What's up, guys? Jez here from Whiskefy, and welcome to my 100th episode of Whiskefy TV. I'm super excited because I've made it to 100 episodes. I'm very surprised. Not that I would have given up at this point, but I actually made it to 100 episodes because I definitely wasn't expecting as many people to pay attention as what they have been. So, super blessed. Now, as you guys saw on Monday, probably Sunday your time, depends where you live, I did my hype post for a bottle of Penelope. You guys probably saw that there. I didn't even look, but I'm sure you guys did. Penelope Bourbon Barrel Strength. It is a straight bourbon whiskey. It was picked by Whiskey Hunt Australia, and it is the Toasted series. Now, I'd love to say this is one of the first toasted series we'd actually seen in Australia, but I'd be lying. So, because we have seen a Michter's 2 or 3 Michter's releases. I haven't been in the game that long, so I've only seen 2 in my lifetime. But I'll have to ask Fidel. Fidel knows more than me about Michter's. So, this is the Penelope Bourbon. As I said, it is 4-grain toasted barrel Whiskey Hunt Australia pick. Now, it's 114 proof or 57% ABV. Its age is very interesting, and I'll get into that in just a moment. It's going for $179, and in the US is anywhere between $70 to $160. With the brief research I did, I can't believe people are selling it for $160, but it kind of leads me to believe that a lot of people want this, and especially because like groups are doing picks now and everything else, the word's getting out on Instagram, more people want it. It's great. It's good to see we've actually seen some highly sought after juice in Australia, but I will press on. Its cask is American oak, which being bourbon, so virgin American oak cask, and then it's moved to a toasted, it's running a number 5 char and medium toast on a American oak cask. I don't know why I paused it, because American oak. Its mash bill is 75% corn, 15% wheat, 7% rye, and 3% malted barley, so 4 grains. Now, a bit of history into Penelope that I quickly wrote down. So Penelope was born in 2018 after founders Mike, I'm going to stuff this up, Mike, if you're watching. So Mike Palladini and his wife Kelly found out that they were expecting a baby girl, which, you guessed it, is named Penelope. Be it they named the brand after Penelope, or they named Penelope after the brand. But either way, to celebrate this incredible gift that Mike and Kerry were given, I almost stuffed that one up, didn't I? Mike and Kerry were given, they decided, or Mike decided, that he wanted to create a spirit that celebrated life's pleasures, hence Penelope. Now, this is the first time I've tried Penelope. Second time I've tried Penelope. I actually tried it at Webster's Bar when Brock had the sample he brought in, and I think I chugged a birthday bourbon to actually try some, and it was pretty good. This was close to the end of the night, so I don't really remember how it was, but I didn't go, that was bad. But I digress. Now, in case you guys were wondering, I also wrote down Penelope do a very interesting thing with their barrel selection. So I wasn't sure. I was looking at the back of the bottle, and where it, just so you guys can see it, it's got stickers coming off. So let me stick that down a bit. It has a age statement of 3 to 5 years, which I didn't cover earlier. Now, it's interesting for a single barrel pick to have an age statement of 3 to 5 years. Now, normally when you're getting a single barrel, they'll give you a age statement like a heap of others in the past. It's been like 9 years, 8 months, 4 days, and 32 seconds. Which leads me to believe that the guys at Penelope are getting their juice, which comes from MGP, and they're buying it anywhere between 3 to 5 years old, or they're getting like early stuff. So new make or contract distilling, whatever they can from MGP, aging it themselves, and they're blending it together and then moving it to a toasted oak cask for finishing for an extended period of time, be it 6 weeks to 8 months. I don't know how long they're toasting it for. Sorry. I don't know how long they're finishing it for. Then they're dumping it out and providing consumers with a single barrel pick out of their toasted series range. Now, I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's how they're doing it. And yeah, I pretty much covered all the things I want to cover. So, as per normal, I was able to sit down and do my tasting notes. I didn't actually pop and pour this earlier, so let's get this popped. That is ridiculous. I hope that got that. The moment when I just punch myself in the face. Great work. But it's just never gonna be a good time. I'm gonna watch that back. It's gonna be great. Let's pour this out. It's gonna be one of those days. It's going to be one of those days. Oh God. Okay. So for the nose, as I've just poured this out, I'm obviously not gonna. That's a bit funky. I didn't get that note earlier. Okay. So when I was able to do the tasting notes earlier, I was able to get certain things, but since I've kind of just, I don't know if it's, I didn't wash this glass out properly, but I pulled it from the sink, so I reckon it, sorry, I pulled it from the drying rack, so I have to be kind of sticking my nose in there. I'm getting this banana toffee kind of note. As I go further in though, it's got this heavy rye spice, which is interesting because I know it's not a rye. It's only got 3% rye. Sorry, 7% rye, 3% malted barley. Yeah, I just like think it'd be, just by nosing it, I think it'd be a rye. But so kind of go through it, let it breathe a little bit more. There's more of like a pine forest note to more of like a fresh oak. But as I said, I was able to do the tasting notes earlier, so I was able to get like a butterscotch and caramel note as I let it sit there for 10-15 minutes and let it open up, breathe, let it take in all those airs and kind of just, I don't know, open up, as they say. Banana toffee's good. I'm gonna write that down before I forget. This doesn't make good content, but me smacking myself in the face does, so. For the taste. As I kind of give that sucker a big Kentucky chew, super thick, good thick viscosity, which kind of takes me to the next point. It's got a good mouth coating of spice, kind of like a good, sorry, not spice, I'd say more of like a good chili blazing inferno. Probably not as intense as the Whistle Pig Canadian rye, but you kind of dial that back, that's what we're getting. I know it doesn't really make much sense, but if you guys have tried like the Whistle Pig, I know the Whistle Pig 17-year, 10-year that I got, that similar to that, probably dial back a little bit more. So make sure I don't choke on it either. Is once that heat kind of dissipates, you're left with this lime cordial note, which is fun. So super big flavor of Cottee's cordial, like the lime flavor. A lot of that happening, which will bring me to the finish. So you're getting those big toasted oak notes just on the finish. There's a lot of oak happening. Then it kind of goes to this lime cordial note, which I was seeing on the palate there. And then it kind of smooths out to like a really big drying note. And the finish is still going, so I'm gonna say it's got a long finish to it as well, which is also really enjoyable. So I'm very excited for this bi-bar or pass, which I'll break into a couple of notes there for it as well. So I've got down, so it helps if I can read my own handwriting. So it sticks close to the price point for toasted barrel releases. So as I said, the toasted barrel releases we see in Australia is really only Michter's. Now, Michter's we were seeing for $180. Now they're climbing more towards the 220. This jumping in at 179. Kind of sees the same price point. Obviously we're not seeing the same age, but it's still an enjoyable drop regardless. I'd probably put this closer to the rye, but it's not a rye, it's wild. I don't really understand this, so it's very confusing. Next, it noses super young, but it breaks through. This caramel and butterscotch note kind of just breaks through after you've let it sit in a glass for a little bit. I know I let mine sit there for 10-15 minutes while I was writing the notes, and came back to it, and I'm like, okay, I'm able to get a few different notes from this, which makes it easier for me to kind of break down and go through. Now, moving on to the third thing I've got down is that oak notes just at the finish there. Those big drying tannic notes are super delicious. Well, not the tannic bit's drying, but those toasted oak, super burnt flavors. I wouldn't say it's more of like a campfire, but it's not really like you're munching on an oak stave either, but it's still just toasted oak goodness. Can't go wrong, which I'm going to mark this down as a buy. I'm a big fan of this. I'm glad I got one, actually. Actually, I got two, because I know I'm probably going to go through one of these bottles and serve it up to some friends when they come over, when we're allowed to have people over again. We're allowed to, but who knows? Not like I don't have any friends. Please come to my house. Love you. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to wrap it up there. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my 100th episode. Hopefully you guys got a laugh at me punching myself in the face. I was like contemplating it for a minute. I'm like, should I just leave it in there or not? I was gonna film the whole thing again, but you know, I do this in one take every week, so why stop now? Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Now I know everyone that had jumped out of the video right at this very point because they're like, Jez is wrapping up, it's all over. But no, it's not. Please tell me you are still recording. We're at 15 minutes. Okay, super quick. Thank you guys for sticking around to this point. There will be a giveaway. There's a huge giveaway coming. I'm very excited. It's big, but not big. It's very small, but big to the Aussie fans, and then I've got another giveaway coming to the US fans, so please stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic Whiskey Wednesday, because I know I am. It's delicious juice. Thank you all. Love you all. Stay thirsty. Peace.